Meow.
Hey everybody, JMW here, and last night I saw the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now when the first trailer of this movie dropped, I was extremely nervous. I hated the design before they fixed it, of course, and I love this new design. And the one thing I was worried about was the writing. And now here we are, almost a year later after its initial first trailer. And what did I think of the movie? Well, I loved this movie. Now, I'm a huge Sonic fan, so you could say I'm biased, but listen, if this movie was bad, I would be honest. And I know I don't think this movie was bad. I know the difference between good and bad. I wouldn't lie just because I'm a huge Sonic fan. I really enjoyed this movie. One thing I really like about this movie is the two stories between Sonic and Tom really mix well. Sonic has been alone ever since he's got to this planet. He's just alone, and he feels like he has nobody. And then Tom's story is he's a cop in the town they're staying in. I should have said this is a no spoiler review. So Tom is a cop in the town that Sonic is also in, but he wants to move to a certain place so he can really feel like a real cop and save someone's life. But then Sonic comes around because Eggman and the government are after his speed after he gets noticed, after he basically does a sonic boom. So now Tom has to save Sonic's life, and now Sonic, for the first time, is starting to gain a friend, which is something he wanted. He was alone. So Tom is getting what he wants by saving somebody, and Sonic is getting a new friend. Those two stories, they blend really well. And one thing I gotta say about this movie, the effects are really, really good. Whenever Sonic's running at top speed, that looks cool. Whenever Sonic does his spin dash, that looks awesome. The fight scenes in this movie are just so good. I'll talk about the final battle in a little bit, but yeah, the effects in this movie were really good. And let me just say that Ben Schwartz killed this role for Sonic. He is a great voice actor for Sonic. To be honest, I like him a lot more than Roger Craig Smith, who I think we have right now. Roger Craig Smith does a great job of Sonic, but I really like Ben Schwartz's attitude that he gives Sonic, and I just like Ben Schwartz voicing Sonic a little bit better. He did really good in this movie, and I think, honestly, if Ben Schwartz didn't voice Sonic in this movie, I don't know if I would have liked the movie that much. I don't think I would have liked this version of Sonic as much as I do without Ben Schwartz. He did an amazing job. He is a great Sonic. So, one thing I want to say is, I'm a huge Sonic fan, so there's a bunch of Easter eggs for this movie. But even if I love the Easter eggs that they showed, by the way, but if I talked about them, that would be spoilers, and this is not a spoiler review. So, but I just want to say, even if you're not a huge Sonic fan, you can still see this movie. It's a fun time. It's really, you don't have to be the biggest fan of Sonic to see this movie. I honestly think if I wasn't a fan of Sonic and I went to go see this movie, I think I would have really enjoyed this. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I loved Detective Pikachu. It's a good movie. But I think I like this movie a little bit more than Detective Pikachu. I think this movie is definitely my favorite video game movie, because the only really good two video game movies I like are Detective Pikachu and this movie. I'm not a big fan of video game movies. The fucking Mario movie, that's a bad movie. I didn't like the Assassin's Creed movie. I don't like any of the Resident Evil movies. But yeah, I think this is the best video game movie made, by far. Detective Pikachu was also great, but again, I enjoyed this a little bit more than Detective Pikachu. Now, Jim fucking Carrey. oh my god, the way he played Eggman, it literally felt like he took his personas from The Mask, from Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, well maybe not Dumb and Dumber because Eggman's really smart in this movie, but it felt like he took like his 90s movies personalities and blended them all into one, and holy crap, Jim Carrey, him and Sonic definitely steal the show, but Jim Carrey did an amazing job as Eggman, and if they make a sequel, which I really hope they do, because no spoilers, but they do set up something big for a sequel. So if they make a sequel, they have to bring Jim Carrey back as Eggman, because oh my god, he did amazing. He was so great in this movie. But I expected Jim Carrey to be great from day one, so I was extremely happy how he brought this Eggman role, or Dr. Robotnik role, and he did really good. And high five, Jim Carrey. So the final battle actually was really cool. Basically, it's Sonic just fighting Eggman in this new machine, this new hovercraft that he built, and the effects here are really good, and it kind of feels like this would actually be a final battle in a Sonic game, to be honest. The effects in the final battle were good. I think towards the end of the final battle, they just it wasn't as creative. Sonic basically just does a couple things and the fight is over, so that was a little bit disappointing, but the effects in the final battle were really good, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, but I really, the things they are setting up, the things they set up in this movie, I really do hope for a sequel, because I love this movie, I love Sonic the Hedgehog, and I want to see a sequel for this movie. It was really good, and it definitely deserves a sequel. And I think it's projected to make $64 million this weekend, so that's really good. So if it does make that amount, we'll definitely get a sequel. But yeah, I really want a sequel for this movie. But yeah, everybody, that's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not gonna give it a grade. I've been doing that for my past movie reviews. I'm not gonna give it a grade this time around. I really liked it. I guess the only flaws I would say is sometimes the writing is a little bit sloppy sometimes, but not a lot. Towards the end of the final battle just felt a little rushed to me, but I still really enjoyed this movie. I walked in there. I honestly walked in expecting to be disappointed, but I wasn't, and I loved it. It's a good movie, a great movie. So yeah, everybody, if you saw the Sonic movie, let me know what you think in the comments below, but don't post spoilers, because this is a non-spoiler review, and there's probably still some Sonic fans or movie fans that haven't seen this movie yet and they don't want to be spoiled. So let me know what you think, but don't post any spoilers. And if you do want to talk spoilers, DM me on Instagram or something, or send me a message through YouTube, and we can talk about spoilers, okay? My Instagram is in the link in the description, I believe, and you can just message me. I also have a Twitter. Okay? So you can message me if you want to talk about spoilers. I will happily talk about spoilers with you. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.